Liz Florentino, and I'm going to share with you what I'm calling the accountability series, which is happening through my emails. It's being documented on my website at lizflorentino.com, but I'll be reading the emails that I'm sending here also. And what it is my way of taking matters into my own hands in a quest for accountability from Ohio Health Hospital Corporation, who after 4.5 years continues not to acknowledge injuries that I sustained from one of their abusive surgeons. I wasn't able to go to court. You'll hear more about that. And I had this idea to document my journey here. I've already spent other time, I'll talk about it later, trying to be heard and helped by them. And there has been no response for 4.5 years other than there's nothing going on here. So come with me behind the scenes. I'm not thrilled to be here, but I am here, and I hope that I can also shed some light on brick wall systems that other people are going through in a similar way. All too often, victims of medical malpractice are left to pick up the pieces on their own because, like in my situation, providers are often unaccountable. And you'll also hear more about our justice system that leaves us in the dark as well. So this is the first email that I sent, and you'll get to know me a little bit along the way and what I'm doing with this. I'm just kind of feeling my way. We'll see how it goes. I don't have a plan set in stone. I'm just going to write my heart out and we'll see what happens. So on 9/13, I'm behind on videotaping these because I just got this idea. So my first email that I sent was on 9/13, and its subject line was injured by a surgeon and silenced by Ohio Health. Dear Ohio Health leadership team, in 2021, during my first follow-up appointment after surgery for a terrible triad elbow injury I sustained, injuries that affected most of my body when an Ohio Health surgeon used dangerous manipulation under anesthesia type procedures without anesthesia. With no warning, no explanation or consent, he grabbed me repeatedly, crushing my hand and forcing my arm through ranges of motion. He didn't stop when I cried out for him to stop, and the result was extensive bodily injury. Another doctor told me that what the surgeon did was assault. The risk management director for Ohio Health instructed me to submit a complaint to Ohio Health that would be reviewed by their doctors and lawyers. After almost a year of reaching out to Ohio Health, trusting in their mission and expecting them to honor their promise to patients, the director informed me it was decided that the surgeon's actions were within his scope of work and he merely needs to work on communication. I pleaded my case up the ladder to the top leadership team who ignored me. I've endured more than 150 medical, PT, pain management, and mental health appointments with more than 100 medical and PT in the first year alone, plus countless hours of daily PT exercises at home. I was disabled for 2 years, lost my home because I could not work, and still live with daily pain and lasting limitations from what was done to me. Several months after their verdict, I protested Ohio Health for 3 months and continued to be ignored. I imagine this is how all injured patients are treated at Ohio Health. They know most of us have no legal recourse because our rights were stripped over 20 years ago in Ohio by what's called tort reform. I recently went through the channels to give Ohio Health yet another opportunity to step up, and was told that this matter had already been dealt with. Well, it's not been dealt with. It's been covered up. And at least one other person reached out to me who was injured in an abusive way by the same surgeon. That wouldn't have happened if I had been listened to. And who knows, maybe another injured patient was ignored before me, and I wouldn't have been injured if Ohio Health had listened to them. You can see how this can go on and on needlessly. Liz Florentino, survivor on a mission, patient rights advocate, author of Angels, Bullies, and Brick Walls. And then I've got my YouTube channel, I've got my website, and hashtag reform tort reform. I'll talk about that later. But there is a video on this site, kind of fun. It's got a catchy tune, and it's about, it's an introduction to tort reform. So thanks for joining me. More emails to come. They're not very long. This was one of the first, and they're not all graphic like that. But I will be sharing what it's been like to be on this journey in search of accountability. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see where this leads.